Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Chuck of the Deuces, how we do it in Texas, baby. Man, I does back. You know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, and it is. Only place you ever gonna get it, only place you're 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 gonna get it is right back at basic. And as man I does back, you know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Prep the word preacher, preach on. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is Today's topic I want to talk about today is, man, I want to respond to this respond. I don't know what this woman name was. She was talking about this biracial woman, why she can't have a nappy hair but not like straight hair like mine. This is silly. And I'm gonna say this to black women. Just because you hear about white women, You, I'm explaining to you why they think the mindset they have. Before you understand, when you hear the term Caucasian, people ask, where does it came from? It came from Adam Bach, Krista Bach, and I'm just playing this song. It came from Adam Bach, Krista Bach. He believed that Caucasian are the beautiful race of people in the world. That's what this term Caucasian came from. People need to look it up before they ever even hear the word Caucasian. Because there are men and women who mix with Caucasian, not just only Asian. Blacks, Latinos, and all these other races of groups. Because of white folks broken in so many groups, you couldn't tell. You have to really look at them. They broken in groups as Hamitic and Semitic. And Aryan race that come from, and I'm gonna need to do a video preview of this. Aryan race that came from this lost city, Atlantis. Somehow, a city that's lived under the sea. I don't know how true that is. They've been seen like more God figure like with this blonde hair and blue eyes and all this stuff. This is what Hitler believes, knowing damn well Caucasians do not look like that unless they're Swedish. Especially with brown hair black hair and brown eyes, you would think that's Germans. See, because they believe these Germans are part of the Aryan race. Shit, I'm half German. I guess I'll come from Aryan race too. No, because once you got black hair and once you got black hair and brown eyes, you're not part of it. But even if you are part of it, I don't care what they say. This whole thing, they did this on purpose. They trying to say the humanity starts out of India. No, India comes out of Africa because most Indian people got black features, and Indian people, they can deny it all they want, but it's still. You got white people who run around got black features, but they look at Slash from Guns N' Roses. Everybody knows that's a brother, especially with the hair. Mariah, you look at Mariah, she don't even look like she's a white woman. She don't look like she's black. She look like she's a straight up white woman. But if you look at her again, she's a sister. I'm gonna tell you, this racism problem, it made me sick. When I hear this whole thing that white is beautiful, you know where that term come from? Adam and Bob, whatever his name, Kristen Bob. If you look, no. It's fun. I mean, I'm just talking, fella. If you look at this term come from and all that, man, that's what this term actually really came from. So people got to do their research. That's what this term came from, especially the term Caucasian. And that comes from the Caucasus Mountains from other side, from Russia and Georgia. People need to look this stuff up. Because what they're trying to say to the black community, they're not only they the tribes of Ham. Not only they the tribe of Shem, they in the tribe of Jacob. White people are the tribe of Ham or Jacob. Mostly all white people is come from the tribe of Chepet. Chepet, because Jacob is come from Chepet. Like Japanese, see, people need to look at this. And some people mix with not only Chepet, white people are Chepet. Black people are the Ham, Asian people are the sham. So that explains every damn thing why there's so much racism. That explains it. Brothers and sisters need to get off of this mindset that if it ain't white, it ain't right. Now, that ain't always true. Because some people got a little white in them. But they trying to say you got to be full white. In other words, you can make it out in the cold. It got a lot to do with this. Because, remember, here's this story. Some say Caucasian lost their melanin from the caves. I don't know how true that is. They went from dark Caucasian tone. But somehow in the way, when the Ice Age came in, they lost a part of them somewhere. And who's the missing part they lost? Blacks. I guarantee you this. It's got to be some reason why you think in every movies you see a white guy standing next with the black men. Because they got the same mindset. But the thing is, white guys was the masters. They was the servants from their own people, enslaved by other people. Now black people who was a servant of white, now they're masters towards white, and whites are the servant. See, this whole thing, this whole racism is the dumbest thing ever. Nobody shouldn't be a master or servant to anybody. I never believe in racism, because once you look into this, then you see how BS what it is. See, they did this on purpose. They broke whites in groups, and now you can't even tell the difference. White's been broken in 4 groups, but actually 3, but it's really 4. You got pale skin white, and you got pink melon or red. Red. You got pale skin white. You got a red dish white, and you got the pink olive oil, pig melon skin white, and then you got the olive oil. You know, whatever that color is, and then you got dirty whites. Dirty whites would mix with negroid, and some will mix with mongoloids. And then even though Caucasian features, but you got to be full order to that. See, this is why, for some reason, why this racism stuff got started in the first place. And I really do believe they broke whites in groups, just like they did to blacks. Why did they did to the black people? Because they tell black people, oh, they inferior. What's inferior? Inferior means you can't compete. That's what it is. You can't compete in this natural same level. You have to, especially wait for your turn. You know, you can say that much. See, they need to start explaining these kids when they hear these terms, racist terms, and they'll get what it meant. What I'm trying to bring my point. My point is this: this whole racism bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit. It doesn't matter if they full or tone or half of the tone or none at all. I mean, this whole thing, and I even study this, but I get why some people do think the way they feel. I get it, even though I don't like it, but I think I see why. Especially when they came up with this term, white is beautiful. Because what do they believe? They believe that white is the most beautiful race. White women was the most loveliest. There's no other woman beautiful like her. But every race of women are beautiful. Every woman is lovely. This whole thing is just crazy. But they can be ugly like any other race. If they can look attractive or unattractive, it is basically is love and lust. See, looks don't matter. It's only it's love for the person, how they treat you. So that's why people have a hard time finding love, and they wonder why. Because looks is deceived to everybody's eyes, and that's people's weakness right there. That's why young people are the worst. They have a hard time finding love. Now some find it. Even older people have a hard time finding it. When you find a love, keep it, because it's not many around coming every day, if it's the same race or not. Same thing that, black people, we need to get off of this mindset right there, because white people, they ain't nothing but your pet. Every last one of them, even if they believe in God or not. Now, I get what you're saying. If you can go to Europe, it's a whole different world out there. Just like it's a whole different world from Africa, it's a whole different world of Asia. That explains why they broke these races of groups. And then Latino, Middle East, and so is Native Americans. That explains why they broke it in groups. That explains it. People need to do their research. Every race, humanity starts from Africa. Not it ain't. I'm not saying blacks are superior. That's not what I'm saying. Because whites came out of blacks and blacks came out of whites. That's what I'm trying to get. An Asian came out of whites and blacks and whites came out. People came out of race out of part each other. See, God created different shade of race of people. Some say that Adam and Eve was they both were brown and they produced different melanin of the skin. That's when the binos. Now I'm not saying you really can't blame them for every goddamn thing. There's a real reason why they think like that. There's a real reason why they was taught. This whole thing about black is ugly and white is beautiful. This is some bullshit because who came up with this? Because this whole thing, there's a real reason why some whites and blacks can't get along. When you hear that term racist, I don't know who come up with this term. Somebody please give me this comment. I guess the United Nations came up with this term racist because they trying to promote who is a superior and who is superior. So they put these other racist groups and put them against each other. And we need to get mad at the ancient mystery schools because they are the real reason why whites and blacks can't get along and other races. So fuck the Klan, fuck the Black Panthers, every last one of them. I mean, but Black Panthers will never tell you there are some white Panthers was influenced by the Panthers. Just like there a black person was joining the Ku Klux Klan. I know it sounds crazy because I never we think that whites will never let no black person join the Ku Klux Klan if they're not full white. See, this whole thing is crazy. Same thing. They will never let a white person never let in for the Black Panther if he's not full black. You see the mindset where it's at? Now, I know what the term Caucasian actually really did came from. But I want to know where this term African American comes from. Because African comes from the Romans. How they, overruled the city. And rule the city for the people. It goes back to ancient Greeks and Rome. It goes back to that. Why the original Democrats, Republicans, is come from these people. See how many people know that? How many people who run the whole entire city and who run the whole entire people and people rule other people? The people going to rule the system and system overrule the people. See, that's Democrat and Republican. See, this whole thing about people obey laws and be the good citizenship and follow orders and follow laws. And this whole thing about minorities, I hate that damn term because minority means you're a loser. Minority means you're a loser. That's what it really means when people say minority. Because majority is supposed to protect the minorities and majority is supposed to protect minorities. And the majority supposed to and minorities supposed to look up to the majorities, be like them. See, if people would understand racism is really all about, they'll get what it is. I was watching the movie Braveheart, and there were slaves in white history. They were slaves Scotland or Irish, one of the two, but enslaved by the British and France. There were white slavery at that time. Some say that the Mooners and the black Confederates slave white people. Maybe so, because there were free blacks, just like there were free whites. There were white slaves, there were black slaves. They were owned by black and white. See, this whole thing about racism is crazy. That's what the term African American came from. I never use that term because I know what it means. Because if I say I'm African, every race of people come from Africa. There are white Africans. There are Asian Africans. There are Arab Africans. Even though they're not fully black, but they're part of blacks. Same thing. Every race of people come from Europe. That doesn't mean they have to be white. Every race of people come from Asia. That means they have to be yellow. You see how stupid this stuff really is? The three original races were black and red and yellow. But they'll tell you is white and black and yellow. See, what's the difference? And then brown. You see what I mean? If people would study this stuff, then they get it. The whole paper brown bag test, the whole doll test, that if you look certain way, you can blend in and pass on to white. If you if you farther back and being black, you're gonna put yourself into being black. I mean, this whole thing is just crazy to me. But I'm gonna say this to black women. This is what this term came from, because it broke other races and groups. See, people judge based on people's skin tone, and judge based on people's background, and judge based on people's language and food and culture. That's why it's have a hard time. And people always wonder why there's so much racism. It's these people who run this system who created this damn term racism, because they know every other race humanity starts from Africa. It ain't just blacks. It's whites, Latinos, Asian, Middle East. Every other race know this. But a lot of people don't know that. I don't even know this till I look this stuff up. That explains why Trayvon Martin and Troy Davis and all this stuff is going on. They are trying to start a race war. That's what they're trying to do. Just like that's innocent attacks of white brothers and sisters, innocent attack of every other race of people. No, you need to attack the people who got the concept, the mindset, who put us in the situation they got themselves in and we got ourselves in. So fuck color. I look at the person. I don't play this game because I know where this going. Because I'm no different than they is. I'm just killing the issue. The whole thing is just that black women, stop thinking that you're not beautiful. You're beautiful just as much as a white woman is. Just like any other race can be ugly. I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy to me that they promoted it. And you know why the concept of this white is beautiful and black is ugly? What they're saying is, especially the ones who came up with this concept, they're saying that black people got rougher and roughed up skin. Who they prefer? Dark people. But there were dark Caucasians at that time who had the darkest shade as you. This is why white people tainted their damn skin so much, because they the only ones have this skin cancer. Now, I'm not saying other race don't have it. The only thing who got it is Caucasian. They get sun rash. See, that explains it. Same thing, there are black people bleach their damn skin trying to look more part of European. I never understand it, but it's somehow black people lost a part of themselves too. If they stand in the sun too long, they start peeling white. Same thing, if whites stand in the cold and colder blooded the cold, they flush out their melon, mean they flush out they went from dark skinned Caucasian tone to light skinned Caucasian, and went from not just only darker and lighter and become redder. That explains it. That explains why. Same thing, it went from burnt up color and not only and a brown. I mean, it went from black. I mean, burnt and burnt up to went from black to lighter to brown. Somehow, some way. I mean, both women are beautiful. I understand what you feel. See, this is the mindset that some people were raised and some people were taught. People were raised like that. I never understand it. But then it used to bother me, but then I understand why. I mean, they promoting it. They pass it on to the children, the races of people, and it's bullshit. Every other race is beautiful, like any other race can be ugly. I mean, I never understand this concept, but I get it why they think like this. I get why. All racism is to me is nothing but access to power, access to wealth, and access to them who getting all the control the system control other people, make them feel they superior and inferior. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit that any Caucasian that think that, well, we're come from this Aryan race. Shit, there's a black person got a damn swastika. I guess he come from the Aryan race too. It's crazy. It just how stupid it is. I mean, who buying into this any goddamn way? I know I sure as hell don't. People just ignorant. That's just what it is. Some people just don't like people. Some people just don't like people. I mean, what I'm trying to say, some people don't like people. They just don't like people either. They just don't like it, regardless what race they are. See, I'll be glad when this racist ass system will be productive to break down. Because this whole thing is just bullshit. It pissed me off that they trying to tell black kids, oh, you inferior. Inferior for who? For you? Come on, that's the dumbest thing. And what is white kids supposed to be? Oh, they superior. They over the blacks. Come on, that's funny. Now, when Obama's in there, now you got some white people feel like blacks or bub them to make them feel like they superior and they inferior. This whole thing is just crazy to me. I see why whites and blacks act like this. And they both need to stop it, because the point is this, that what is the difference between a black woman and a white woman? Black woman giving birth to black race, right? And white women gave birth to black race. But both of them can be presented themselves as women, and both of them present themselves to be as bitches. What's the difference does it make? Black women and white women got the same fucking mindset. They both hate men. White girls call their men filthy pigs. Black women call their men filthy ass, dirty ass dogs. And what is the difference between a black man and a white man? No difference. They both presented themselves as men, but both of them ain't shit at the same time. They both kill each other, and they turn on other people, other races. Same thing as a white man and white women. What's the fucking point? It's 2004, and people still talk about there's racism. You want to know what fixing the racism is? Get to start delusion, to start this problem, to end this problem, end it and once for all. But people ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. That's why racism is here to stay. It's good to see other races get along, but some folks they ain't gonna never get along. That's just the way it is. If they want to separate others and other people, then that's just the way it is. Because like I said, they fear that their race is going to die out. See, this is why that they look at the country the way it is. You know, they need to stop prefer our women. They're ugly. They're not ugly. They're beautiful like every other woman. But they need to get off this concept, because you got white women even think that they trying to get some damn ass like a black woman. Because back then, black men did not want to holler at a white sister because she ain't had enough ass enough. Now, all of a sudden, white girls got ass all of a sudden. A couple of years ago, they didn't have it. Now they do. Then you got black women try to eat healthy. They did this stuff. They got this from the white women. So what difference does it fucking make? The point is this: we're all people. That's what I'm trying to say. Regardless who the original race, who the original man and women, every race, original man and woman come from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, Adam and Eve, who gave birth to humanity, and it starts all the way from Africa. Every original race of people started from Africa. Bottom line, the point is this: from all the way from Africa, all the way from Asia, all the way from Europe, to all the way from South America to North America. Why you think it's so connection to that? If it goes back where Adam and Eve, then Samson and Delilah, all this other stuff. If you know the Bible, you could read it up and you could look it up for yourself. But they need to get off this concept, what ugly and beautiful. All race of people are ugly inside and feel beautiful on the outside. So what's the fucking point? I don't know why I'm doing this video, because it just really pissed me off when you hear this kind of shit. See, this is why they look at people the way it is. I just think black women and white women they need to stop hating each other, because basically they trying to make them apart from each other. And then you got the white guy and black men, they trying to nitpick off at each other. It's all bullshit. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about nobody. To me, racism is nothing but a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old fighting over a box of goddamn crayons. That's what it feels like to me. A 5-year-old and a 9-year-old fight over a box of fucking crayon. Can you imagine? Like, look, mommy, look, daddy, I just want a coloring book, the coloring book with red. And then the other boy said, I want my coloring book, a coloring book of color of blue. And they start arguing. No, I want to color my color book red. No, I want to color my color book of color of blue. And they start red and blue, red and blue. This whole thing is stupid. You know, no matter what it is, whites ain't gonna win, and blacks damn sure won't gonna win, because nobody's winning. What is black? What is white? What is Asian? What is a person? What is a human? We're all human. But the thing is, we act like, well, we still on the tip. We still on the bullshit. Bullshit. This whole thing, they can wipe out the whole entire race, not just black, even white, even every other ethnic groups. Do you think they give a damn about the black community? No. And they damn sure don't give a fuck about the white community or Latino or Asian. This whole thing, and it'll be the last topic I ever gonna address this. If you want to know what the root of the problem is, look in your Bible and also study this scientific racism, because that's what the biggest problem is with the Brown test, the dog test, all this shit is bullshit. Why they bleach their fucking skin and why they tanning their skin, because they lost a missing part of themselves. The original of the Garden of Eden was started in Africa. It is, and people can look it up, and they can, and it started from the Homo erectus and the fucking Neanderthals. I really do believe white folks are the Neanderthals. They're common ancestors. They're part. They was missing for 400, 500,000 years ago, and then the Homo sapiens. They came out of that. And then after Homo sapiens, then the Neanderthal. But it really come out as the Homo habits and all the rest of that. Every race of humanity starts from Africa. And if it starts in Africa, then out of India. And because India is close to Africa and Europe and Asia and all that together. That's Middle East. And when you would think why Middle East are fighting right now. Shit, I'm fucking half Persian, half of fucking German. And Polish. This whole thing, it's just crazy to me. I know I got the Homo erectus in me, but I got the Neanderthal somewhere in me. But every race of people come from the part of the Homo sapiens and the Neanderthal. Black people come from a common ancestor, the Homo sapiens. And also whites with the Neanderthal. That explains the story. That's how this racism stuff got started in the first place. And people are fighting for nothing. All because they start the whole entire world together. But somehow, some way, somehow they've been separated by their families, their family tree. And I guarantee it belongs to the ancient Ark of Mystery schools. It's these people, man. It's not just the blacks are the problem. It's not just the whites are the problem or any other race. It's these men and women belonging to Attorney Mr. Ark of Mystery schools. It's these folks, man. It's these people. But people afraid to say this. If you want to fight towards discriminate and be bigoted and prejudiced and racist another person, you go right ahead. Because the only thing towards a hatred of another person, you only hate one towards is yourself. And you're going to see what it's like when people hate your own complexion, your own color. And you're going to sit there and wonder why. People just ignorant. That's just the way people is. I ain't got time for folks like that. If they can't set people for who they are and regardless what the fuck they look like, then you don't have no right to be a human being in the first place. So all I can say to this, man, black women need to get off this concept about that hair. Hair is fucking hair. I'm sick and tired of hearing black women always talking about, oh, it's my hair. Oh, it's not straight. There are black women got grow straight hair like anybody else. And they're not even white. Some got some white answer. You got white people got some nappy hair. You would think they're black, but they're not part of that. See, this whole thing is just stupid, and it's just a waste of disgusting waste of time. You got white women trying to imitate and mimitate y'all, jealous of y'all, and you got black women trying to imitate and grimatate on white women, jealous of them. And you got white guys and black guys do the same goddamn thing. I even told my uncle, and he was asking me, do you think that a white person or a black person ever gonna look at themselves as equal? I didn't want to even answer that, but I did answer if they look at them as the kind of person they are, regardless if one person did more better than the other. Y'all both are better than other things. Even you beat him, he beat you. This whole thing is just so damn stupid. What's the difference? He can kill just as much you can kill, and y'all can kill each other. You kill him, he kill you. White women and black women, they both can kill each other. But the question is, ain't nobody gonna win. Nothing. People just have to understand that people gonna be people. People gonna be ignorant, and that's just the way it is, and that's just the way things are, the way things go. God bless. Keep doing what you're doing. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic Trouble to do society do text, baby. Until next time. All right. Peace, and I'm out.